Hi everybody, welcome to, believe it or not, episode 10. And I know I say this every time, but this is so exciting. It's getting better and better, at least it is for me, because things are happening. In fact, there's so many things going on that I gotta cramp a bunch of different ones into each episode so that we can actually get through this without spending 10 years on this project. Anyway, today we're installing new door inserts. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Not a big deal for some people, but anybody that hasn't done it before, it's a good episode to watch. Then we're going to take the body off the frame because that's where we're at. And we're going to introduce you to the new tires and wheels and the new engine, 347 stroker. It's beautiful. Anyway, it's happening. Stick with us. It's going to be a blast.
Right now, what I'm doing is I just pulled the rear end out of the back, the 9-inch, so it's separated from the housing, and I'll take that down to my my driveline specialist guy. And I've taken the front cover off the Dana 44 just to drain the fluids out of it, because I'm actually going to take that housing, the whole housing, down to the same fella, and he's going to install the new rear ends. Today's project, or today's job for me, is to install these inserts. I've already done a little bit of work on them because there's a whole pile of cotton and whatnot that needs to be done. Anyway, I'm going to just kind of sit this aside here. So that's the insert you just saw. And then there's these panels right here. Actually, I think I'm going to bring the camera over here and just show. So basically, here's what it looks like from the inside. In fact, and then there's another one right here. It covers in from this side. If you didn't have that panel right there, then you'd have a big triangular area, ugly spot in behind the insert. Anyway, on my last Bronco, the inserts had two sides. And I thought that's what I was getting this time as well. But as you can see, this panel is open. But there's a plus to that. Because that's open, I'm able to, it's a little more flexible, and I'm not rooting on it so hard to get it into where it needs to go. So anyhow, I'm going to set the camera back up in the tripod, and we're going to see how this goes. So you can see that I've already got the holes pre-drilled, that's as per the instructions. And I've got holes already drilled in the side of the truck here, little ones. So I've had it on and off a couple times, and now I'm just kind of finishing off the mod. And when we're done, when the truck's all painted and I'm putting these back on, I'm going to use something with a hex head, something like the Tex screws. I think it'd look a little bit better because that's also what I'm going to be fastening the fender flares on with, is the Tex screws. It just gives it a little more robust look, I think. So I mean, this is a fiberglass part. Trying to get it to fit as perfectly is pretty hard, but this is pretty good. That's pretty nice. You know, it's got a nice flush along the bottom, comes up the side, and even the curve here, the profile, it's pretty much right on. Profile right there. Really, really close. I've ground it down a bunch. So you can grind off the inside of the fiberglass, and it helps with the project. It makes it fit a little bit better. And then as you can see, we came down here, we cut this edge. I had to put a straight edge on it, and I used this panel right here. So I'm going to fit that in place in 2 seconds here. Brought that down, cut that around. Now this is from the factory. That's kind of balled up, or I don't know what you want to call it, bulged out like that. But I'm going to leave it because that means that it's sitting up on top, and if there's water here, it's going to go this way, and I don't know, I just kind of like the idea that it covers that edge. And then here's that piece coming up that side. I think I'm asleep. I got a cold. There's a little gap that you can see down there. And see what I mean here? So we've got that side that we're going to put that other piece in, and we're going to fasten it in place with the Tex screws, and I think it's going to look really cool. All right, so I just did a little messing around. I got that bracket in place. It's in behind here, and I'll bring the camera over in a few seconds, and we'll have a look at it. So all I'm doing right now is fastening the bottom in place so it doesn't go anywhere. You remember I had these ones already done before I just took the screws out. All right. So there you go. Yeah, that's solid. That's not going anywhere. It's a nice job. I'll bring the camera over here and let you have a look. So now basically that's complete. I've got to hang the door on it and the upper door, so we'll be messing around with the windshield a little bit. And by the way, so when we're all done, I've got the special brackets that hook to the cage, so the windshield can be almost anywhere it needs to be at that point. But for now, that's the way the door insert looks. The other side will be done exactly the same way. So the only thing that looks a little awkward is that one little gap down there. And I can probably do something with some weather stripping or something on that down the road. Of course, the dash is going to come down across the front there and all that stuff. So all those pieces, they'll come off. We'll take them in separately out to the painter and get them painted by themselves, along with the cage. And there's a bunch of parts that we have to do that with. And anyway, then we'll come back and we'll install them all. But the holes will all be drilled and everything. Because I got a really bad habit of being a little rammy. And sometimes, you got a beautiful paint job and then you get going with your, adding your accessories and things. And then suddenly your drill's making a great big scratch in the side of your brand new paint job. So we have to work at making sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, I hope that you got something out of that. I think that I'm sold on this 3-piece insert as opposed to the 1-piece. That seemed to work really well, and I think it looks great. And when it's all painted, it's going to look it'll look beautiful. I just fit the dash to make sure that it was going to line up, because when it comes back from the painter, I don't want to be scratching anything. I want to be able to just sit it up and bolt it right into place. So that's good. Here's the point where we're at. It's time to take the body off again. So I'm going to, these fenders and everything were just mocked in place anyway, so it's not a big deal. So everything's coming off here. The body from the firewall back is going to be brought over. It's going to be sitting basically where the tripod's sitting right now, and so it'll be there. So as I promised, we've lifted the body back off the frame. We've got it on the cherry picker, and I'm moving ever so slowly. I've got everything nutted and bolted in the corners. Everything's fastened properly with double knots and everything. And I'm just moving ever so slowly. So my plan is to turn it around right here and sit it back down, and I've got some blocks and things like that I've got to grab from the backyard. I know it seems very precarious, but it's just me here. I'm in my own garage. I'm moving slowly. I know the floor is smooth. I can get this done. I can get it spun around here, and then I can get the cage fit inside. Pause this just for a second. I've got to go get my blocks and everything that I've got all set up outside. Get them all geared up in here and start it back up again.
Okay, so I got a little carried away and I got it down further than what I'd hoped to. Sometimes when you're wiggling the body around, you gotta let it drop a bit so that it'll kind of get stationary on something, because of course it's not level. But in any case, we're pretty much where we want to be, and we'll just drop it a little bit more. Let it settle into place. There we go. So it's actually, yeah, I don't really like that. It's resting on one of the legs of the cherry picker, and that could eventually, if somebody was to stand in it or something like that, it could bend the rocker panel. But in any case, you get the idea of what's happening. And just a sec here. There you have it. And so the cherry picker is still sitting underneath it, but the body's sitting on the floor. And I'm gonna change the angle here so that I can see what I'm taping. So one of the most exciting things about a build is always the tires and the wheels. Anyway, I'm blocking the picture. I can't block it forever. Here we are. Beautiful, love them. 37 inches, 20-inch wheels. Nice centers to go in here. And of course the center pops out for the front hub. So 13.5 inches wide. Been waiting for so long. It's exciting, exciting, exciting. Unfortunately, rear ends aren't here yet. So they're just sitting here. I got nothing to bolt them onto. And anyway, fantastic. Enjoy.
So here it is, look. Brand new motor. But this is a beauty. So this comes from Blueprint Engines. And so it's got the sniper already on it. It's been run, has 407 horsepower and 438 feet of torque. So it's fantastic. Got my own sheet with it and everything like that. She's a beauty. Now I got to get it off of there without breaking it. Holy mackerel, just look at this place. It's just, we're at the point where everything is apart. I mean, there's the doors. They're done. They're ready to go back on the body before we take it to be painted. There's my radius arms waiting to be reinstalled once I get the rear end back. So we're kind of, we're in good shape. Here's the old engine. There's the new engine. There's the tires and the wheels and the cage and the body, the tripod. Everything is sitting here. Today's job is to install the transfer case. Sorry, I'm stumbling along here. The transfer case, and then once that's done, we're going to install the transmission on it. And once that's done, then of course we get the new engine that we're going to install.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's exciting stuff. So next week, we're moving on. We're not slowing down. We're going to be, I mean, there's a gas tank that's going to be installed, the transfer case, transmission, engine, all these things are coming. Body will be going back on. I don't know exactly how much I can fit into the next episode, but this is where we're heading. It's going to be exciting. I hope you stick with us. And if you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching it on Facebook, share it with some other friends. Hey, I really hope that you're enjoying it. Hit the subscribe button. Take care and have a fantastic day.